let's go. That's my main issue. My solution, and I don't want to tell it all, is we have empty schools. For example, I think Hornsby's right here by the fairgrounds. They're empty. We could take an empty school, do a little modification, and make that a homeless shelter. With that shelter and in conjunction with the Salvation Army and the Red Cross and the other ones that we have, you shouldn't have no homeless people sleeping on the street. But the difference in my idea is that you don't put them out at 7 o'clock in the morning with all these bags and stuff. Because what are they going to do? Sit around all day doing nothing. So if we provided a shelter for them, provide a place for their baggage, if it's nothing but like an old locker box from the airport, and then also I want to provide mailboxes, like the post office have the little mailboxes. That way they have an address. If they go and apply for a job, they got somewhere to send their information, or if they need their veterans check, they have somewhere for it to be mailed to. Then you can also, and it keep them off the street during the day. Then we could set up a work program, not all that detailed and serious, but a nice work program that will give them $3-4 an hour or something like that, and how they could be helping the city keep the city clean. Now, you would need maybe a city employee to drive the van. We got a bunch of vehicles. Drive them around and put them in different spots with different groups. And they could help sweep. They could help pick up trash on Broad Street, a variety of things. So that way, they're busy all day. They eat at the shelters and all of that. Then they have a few dollars in their pocket. And that gives them, I say that gives them, but I would think that would give them a better sense of worth in a sense, And I know one problem is with the homeless is carrying their baggage around. You see them everywhere with their bags and everything. Some because that's the way they choose, and some have no choice. And if we had a shelter like the old school, they already have showers, they have gyms, and you can have your agencies in offices, in the classrooms upstairs. And, you could provide services for the homeless at one centralized location. And it shouldn't cost a whole lot of money to get it together because the building is fairly new, and they have a few other schools around town too. So if you made that a shelter, and you get your volunteers, people will volunteer to work at the shelter, and the organizations that you already have, that could be your continuous support for the shelter.
So, Hornsby, you don't think that that's going to be used for a judicial center?
I just used it as an example.
Well, do you think that the judicial center is going to?
That was the only school I could remember the name at the time. But I think we're going to eventually get to that part. Yes, yeah, that's still.
How do you think Old Town would feel about that being located over there?
Well, it's not that close, but you have the sheriff's office right there between it, so you still got the homeless people out in the area,
So is this something that you would propose doing in all of the vacant schools, or just
one school.
just the one?
Your one school with the beds that you have in the community now should be efficient. Now, I don't know. I haven't done a study or anything like that, but but it should help out quite a bit. And even if we had an area for the storage of their baggage and a mailbox, that should be great, a great benefit to them.